Hey there, Seawolves fans. Get ready for another episode of the Get Your Red On Minute, brought to you by Petro, the only name you need to know for all your home services. I'm your host, Diane Caruso. This week, a blast from the past, as we feature the original Get Your Red On Minute host, Dani Klupenger, who spoke to us via Skype as we caught up with what she's been doing since graduating Stony Brook last spring. This Seawolf brought all her talents to Knoxville, but still misses her Long Island alma mater.
I'm Dani Klupenger here with your first edition of the Weekly Spike. Each week we will give you inside access to Tennessee volleyball.
Thank you for joining us, Dani. Let us know a little bit what you've been up to since you've graduated here since Stony Brook last May.
Well, I moved down to Knoxville, Tennessee. I live in a 2-bedroom apartment all by myself, and that's kind of fun, except that you really start to appreciate all the things that your mom did for you or the maid at Stony Brook did for us. But at Tennessee, it's been awesome. I work with every single sport, which makes it really fun because I get to know the athletes and all the coaches really well. And so then when they go through their journeys, it's like I'm right alongside of them. When they lose, it hurts real bad. And when they win, it's awesome. So it's been a lot of fun.
Okay, so can you describe like maybe what your typical day is down while you're working? What time you get up? What do you do?
So when I first got here, I'd have soccer and volleyball interviews all day long. But I guess at this point in time right now, I will have a softball interview later. And I wait for football practice to be over. And as soon as football's practice is over, it starts at 4. So it gets over around 6:15. And then by the time the guys are ready for interviews and things like that, it's around 6:45-ish. And every single football practice, there's a press conference. So I film Bush Jones. It's crazy. There's a lot of hype around football here. And then I also will do Twitter videos. So people will send in their questions for a lot of the players through Twitter, and I'll stop them after practice and find out those answers, whether it's what's your favorite food to who's been playing well lately.
Okay, thank you. So who's been the most interesting person you've interviewed while at Tennessee?
Oh my gosh. The most interesting person. There is a new enrollee. He was an early enrollee, which means he got here in the spring, and he's supposed to be finishing out his senior year of high school, but he just got here. He's a new football player. His name is Jakob Johnson. It's spelled Jacob, but it's pronounced Jakob, and he's actually from Germany. So when I got to sit down with him and do a feature on him, it was really awesome because he just moved here just for his senior year of high school, and he hasn't been in America long, so it was fun to find out how he learned English by watching Family Guy and kind of his whole journey to play football and how his dream was to play at a big school, and now he's here in the SEC, which is big time.
You were once the host of the Get Your Red On Minute. Can you tell us how that came about, how that began, and how it started? What got it rolling?
I knew a long time ago that I really wanted to do sports reporting, and there wasn't a lot of options for that around campus. So I went to Tom Chen and I asked him if there was anything I could do for the school. And we talked about it a little bit and wasn't sure if it was going to fit with the schedule because as an athlete, I know you know, it's busy and it's hard to get a lot of work done. But it was something I was really, really passionate about. And it's awesome because Stony Brook, the people that work there are unbelievable. And they backed me up completely. They said, okay, if you really want to do this, we'll do this. And we started the Get Your Red On Minute, and I had so much fun, and I tell people here about it. They all know about it. They've watched some old episodes with me, so I'm just so happy that it's still going, and I'm glad you're the host now.
Thank you. Okay. Now, do you have a favorite memory now of any of the episodes while you're working at the Get Your Red On? Anything behind the scenes? Any episode?
I think any time I messed up a stand-up always makes for some fun memories. I remember looking at the blooper reel last year at the end of the year and laughing pretty hard. But I mean, anytime it was the stories where I was actually involved with learning the sport with them, like when I kicked field goals with Leslie Skippington or played lacrosse with Janine Hillier. And by the way, I'm terrible at lacrosse and I have not touched a lacrosse stick since that interview because I embarrassed myself so much. So really any of the ones that I got to play with athletes was really fun.
What advice would you give any of the student athletes who are about to leave Stony Brook now and embark on their own careers?
I would say use everything you know from being a student athlete and apply it to life. Because as a student athlete, you learn time management, you learn how to work with a team, you learn hard work ethic. And I know that people stress that all the time, and I didn't quite understand it until I got here, but it goes a long way. Like, you finish until the task is done. And that's what us as athletes work towards every single day. You work towards that championship. You work towards getting better. And if you take that into the job world, you're going to succeed.
What do you miss most about Stony Brook?
Oh my gosh. Most importantly, I just miss walking around that area, that whole athletic facilities area, and seeing everybody. I miss my friends, and I still try to keep up with people. I've got a group chat on my phone with the 5 seniors that I graduated with, and we talk all the time. But it's still not the same. I'd love to see everybody again.
One final question. We want to know what your favorite color is, orange or red?
My boss is standing right here. But luckily, my boss, Jason Yellen, is also a Stony Brook alum, so I can proudly wear the red whenever I want to. And we both know that it represents Stony Brook and not Alabama. So
Awesome. Okay. Thank you for joining us, Dani. Appreciated coming out and giving us some of your time at your busy, busy schedule. Good luck to the rest of your career, too. We're watching. We support you.
Thanks, guys. Have fun. And I say hi to all my Seawolves. I miss you. Get your red on. It's what we do.
Thanks for watching, and continue to come back every Friday for more episodes of the Get Your Red On Minute. To get all the latest news on all your favorite Seawolves teams, be sure to scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen for the Seawolves mobile app, or follow Stony Brook Athletics on all of its social media outlets. And remember, you're in Seawolves country now, so get your red on. It's what we do.